And a jolly good morning to you from North Hertfordshire. Beautiful, bright, sunny, warm, gorgeous morning here in North Hertfordshire. August 2025, and more specifically in the small village of Pirton. Now, last time I was up the Pirton wreck, there were plans and signs about building a new clubhouse, and the plans seem to have come to fruition. Looking here. And the clubhouse is well on its way to being built. Not sure if that's a water tower or a chimney going on the top of it there, but either way round, I'll be sad to see the old sports and social club hut, if you like, disappearing. Primarily because I've been to a few little functions in there over the years. Always been good fun. Anyway, enough of that. Today's walk is just an updated walk, really. I've done these walks many times before in and around this part of Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire and this general location, and I've certainly done walks from Pirton to Hitchin and Hitchin to Pirton and round trips and this, that and the other, and all sorts of superb walks you can do from this general neck of the woods up into the downs over there. But today's just a walk. I'm not sure if I took this particular route last time. I'm going to walk from the corner of the wreck over here on the path that takes you down to West Mill and the little river that runs from Orton Head Spring down to the Bedford Road, and walk up the Bedford Road into the centre of Hitchin, where we'll have a little look around and where this video will end today. So if this is repetition, do apologise for that. Probably there are things that have changed. At least I can say that there's views of a new clubhouse over there that weren't on the last one I did. And indeed, the weather was probably different last time, because today is absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to head off now down this way, across the fields, which have mostly been harvested now. They were beautiful golden wheat fields just a week or two ago. I came up here to do a walk from Pirton to Bedfordshire and Chiltern. I think that's one that is now out, or if it's not out now, it will be very soon. Yeah, all the fields have been ploughed, and a bit of muck raked on them, I think, as well. Sound of a plane heading into Luton Airport, I guess. Looks like a Wizz Air. Not sure if that comes out. So obviously heading in a easterly direction as the sun's right in my face. I got an early bus out to Pirton this morning, and I'm going to walk back to Hitchin where my car is today. Always worthwhile checking up on options relating to trains and buses where you can do one-way walks as opposed to circular walks. And today was no exception for that. The wind doth blow across this plain. I think the last time I was here, actually, it was right in the middle of winter with a very sharp northeasterly wind blowing, kind of from behind my back now across this way, and I seem to remember flecks of snow just blowing in the air across here, icy cold. But it's, as I say, a gorgeous warm day today, although the sun's just gone in and it's definitely cooler, but I think it's going to go up to about 30 Celsius later today. So it's nice to be a little bit cool now. A lot of dog walkers have just hit that time of day when everyone that doesn't have to be anywhere particularly early is out walking their dog, which is fine, except as soon as you get a camera out, they seem to show a lot of interest and want to start jumping up at you. Don't know why, but I wish they'd do it when I wasn't holding the camera. So I'm going to have a little look around Hitchin first thing, see what they've got in the market square this year for the youngsters. Normally during the school summer holidays, they have an outdoor sandpit that you can go and play in, which towards the end of the summer does not look the best, I have to say, but I presume they rake it out at night, remove anything that's landed in there. But yeah, and I imagine the outdoor swimming pool, which we'll sort of walk by this morning, I guess. We'll be doing a roaring trade certainly later on. So if random walks around places in the UK, specifically this part of the UK on the whole, but could be anywhere, or places in Europe, towns, cities, holiday areas, and even one or two further afield, maybe consider subscribing to this channel if you like this sort of stuff, which generally is just me ambling around and talking nonsense. Not much homework goes into it, other than where I can get something to eat and how to get from the start point and back from the finish point and things like that. Yeah, if you want a historical channel, then maybe look elsewhere. Anyway, if any of you that do regularly watch would care to comment, the last probably few months worth of new videos, rather than the ones I was asked to repeat because of this channel was so small when I made them, so I've rejigged them and put them out there. But the newer ones, such as this, now don't have any music on them. Didn't receive too many complaints about the music, but there were a few saying it was awful. And yeah, it is awful because it's just the free stuff you get from YouTube, the one with no copyright involved with it. So I can't put anything on that's copyright unless you pay an awful lot of money to do so. And this channel isn't about making money, but it's certainly not about costing a lot of money as well. So because this channel does not make any money whatsoever, but every little like and thing help. Every little like and subscribe and stuff like that is helpful. And there are people out there that like people ambling around talking about not very much, and this is perfect for you if you're one of those people. So thank you in advance if you've done any of those things. Right, just go up to a bit of a junction here. I'm going to be taking the right turn. The left turn will take you down to either back round to Pirton, or there is a straight on walk where you can go to Holwell. So this is Hambridge Way, and there is another footpath, I think probably featured on my previous video of a similar walk to this, where you come up there. If you just walk down there, take a left at the bottom, you will end up back in Pirton village. And there is also a footpath that goes straight on, which will take you to the village of Holwell. Nice little circular walk. And I'm heading down towards the old mill area of West Mill. And instead of walking through the West Mill housing estate, which is just a housing estate, so not of great interest to anybody, I'm going to take a walk down the footpath by the little river, the stream, towards the Bedford Road and back into Hitchin, past the turn off at Ickleford. Another nice village to visit as well, with a pub. I'll take you back to the Pirton Road, I think it's called, or Hitchin Road. Pirton or Hitchin Road. I'll take you down to the Bedford Road, somewhere you can bring your car and park, although looking at all the do not park here signs, presumably people have parked in an inappropriate way in the past. This takes you down to the old mill and the stream, and we'll take a left rather than straight on into the West Mill housing estate. I always find that a lovely little view as you walk down past the old mill there. Somewhat spoiled this morning by a van, ironically, a security van. Which possibly tells you all you need to know about the sorry state of things sometimes. But there you go. Just entering the Chiltern Hills Common Local Nature Reserve. As I say, at this little crossroads here, if you go straight on, you'll go into the West Mill Housing Estate. Take a right, you will go through the woods to Chiltern Head Common and the Chiltern Head Spring. This stream being where originating at the spring. And today I'm going to take a left turn, which you walk along next to the stream as far as the Bedford Road, where the stream winds off into the countryside around Ickleford. Something very satisfying about walking along a gravel path like this. This is officially a cycle track as well. But yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. Getting towards the end now, can just hear the cars on the main road. We just come up to the Bedford Road. If you take a left turn here, you'll come to places such as the turn off for Holwell, Henlow Camp, Meppershire, is it Meppershire? Upper Stondon, Lower Stondon, that's it. Shefford and ultimately Bedford, of course. This is the Bedford Road after all. See, we just another sign there giving you details of the Chiltern Common Nature Reserve. It's very nice in there actually, it really is. Never too much in the way of litter, although sadly there are of course those that still think it's acceptable to chuck stuff on the floor. It's not. And yes, well, the right turn there will take us into Hitchin, as advertised by the Welcome to Hitchin sign over there. And sign proudly advertising its twin towns in Europe, Bingham am Rhein in Germany and Nuit Saint-Georges, or something to that effect. I presume is in France, but I guess it could be somewhere else that's French speaking. like Belgium or part of Belgium, Switzerland, something like that. I don't know. No idea. There wasn't a little flag to help me. And then the ubiquitous, I can never say that word, ubiquitous brown sign highlighting the tourist places of interest for visitors. Hitchin has, of course, a nice churchyard, an old town market square, and a semi-pedestrianised shopping area. A less than impressive arcade, which I believe is going to be knocked down and turned into something else, and a market. Not sure that'll be open today. It's just a pretty standard sort of town market, really. Local museum and psychic garden. Something I've not noticed before, don't know how long it's been here for. A outdoor laundromat. Now, up until this time, I'd only ever seen such things in one other place in the UK. There's probably thousands of them, but I have only ever seen one other place in the UK. Quite a few abroad. I always used to think that the things like that in this country would possibly not be looked after particularly well. But that seems to be in good order, although no one's using it at the moment. Interesting. There are other routes you can take to get from where we started today in Pirton and through the fields and so on into Hitchin without going down this busy road, or indeed through the housing estate over there. I'll maybe feature those on another occasion. But this isn't too bad, it's a decent footpath. And of course there's one or two amenities along here as well, should you require them. Like a drink. But we're just sort of getting into what will be the beginnings of the town in a moment. Just over the road there is a place called Butts Close, which is like an open green fields area. Quite often have fun fairs on there, and a circus, I think, at least twice a year. And just to my left here, behind the bushes, is the stadium. I use that term lightly or loosely for the mighty Hitchin Town Football Club, but it's their ground. And they have a little cafe which is open most days, I do believe. It also forms, this time of year at least anyway, an overflow car park for the swimming pool. Over the road there is Hitchin swimming pool, with the outdoor pool will be open this time of year, plus the indoor pool, which is open year round, of course. But it does get very busy this time of year, especially on a nice day like today, where the car park will be chock-a-block. In fact, it looks pretty full already. So, yeah, so I can see some people just coming out with all their swimming pool paraphernalia and children. Going over to the pool. Presumably the car park is actually full over there. But you can park for free in here. And there is the added bonus of the fact that there's a cafe there as well, which is open every day, I think. So I'll try and get over the road in a moment and head into town properly. There's a bit of a throwback to the COVID days. You need to, because when COVID was in full swing, no one was travelling anywhere, and your local swimming pool was the only place to go for a sort of a holiday-esque experience, especially an outdoor pool. And I think they introduced booking there for the social distancing aspect of it, and that's stuck, I think. I have come down here on occasions and found to be a massive queue, whether I mean, there's not that many in there at the moment over there, but possibly a bit later on that'll be absolutely full up. It's it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning yet, but a fair few are heading out. It's almost a bit like going to a Spanish holiday with seats and chairs and things being bagged very early on, let's say, which I don't know. Could discuss that forever, I guess, but there you go. I do believe they operate it, the outdoor pool, in 2 sessions, morning and afternoon, to stop, I suppose, the whole place being hogged out by the same people all day long. If you want to hog it out all day, you've got to go back out and come back in again, and presumably buy another ticket, unless you have a season ticket or something. Anyway, that's the Hitchin outdoor pool. Excellent place. Bear in mind, on a busy day, you might be an idea to go online and book yourself a time to go in there. I looked for the indoor pool a few weeks back when I was over this way, and there wasn't a problem at all for outdoor or indoor, and it was a nice warm sunny day, so I don't think it's generally speaking a problem. But I have seen big queues of people waiting to get in on a one in, one out, one in type scenario, I think, at the time. But that was around about COVID time, when, you know, a lot more people were hovering about. This never used to be like this, overgrown like that. It's the latest trend, isn't it, to allow butterflies and insects and so on to thrive. Over there it's cut as normally it used to be. Here the weeds, the nettles, the long grass and so on's all been allowed to grow, which is fine. And just kind of entering the town now. Hitchin Town Hall, which I believe is now the, or part of it at least, is the museum. Well, there's the museum. Not sure what's in the town hall then. Maybe it's still a town hall, I don't know. That isn't the library anymore, where it says library. The library's back over that way, just round to the left there. Modern building. In fact, as I recall, the museum used to be in the library as well, but clearly it's moved somewhere else. It's just not quite 9 o'clock yet, so many of the shops aren't open yet, or if they are, they've only just opened. Town's still quite quiet. The early coffee drinkers are out at their cafes. There is certainly no shortage of coffee shops and cafes here in Hitchin, that's for sure. Just walking up to the old market square now. I think last time I did anything down here was at around about Christmas time, when they had the tractor display. Tractors all lit up in Christmas lights and so on. That's always quite an interesting event to come and see. Hammered. Is that a bar? Oh no, yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh. Thanks to waking up here. Here's the sand pit I mentioned, or the Hitchin Town Beach, as they call it. Locally sponsored thing by local businesses. Plenty of sand has ended up on the outside of it. Nice to see they do actually cover it up at night. But yet to be uncovered today. Oh, probably about 10 or 11 o'clock they'll uncover that, I'm guessing. Thousand and one rules and regulations, of course. This is modern Britain. There's the shopping centre, arcade, which I believe is going, like I say. I thought I saw something to that effect a little while back. What is that all about? Dressing up post boxes. There's deli here. Very, very quiet first thing this morning. Of course, it is the school holidays. Normally there'll be a lot of, well, that have been in school by now, but a lot of associated traffic along with that. People, parents going home again from dropping their kids off or whatever, but the cake hole always makes me smile, that. Right, so there we go. Nice little walk from the edge of the village of Pirton into the town of Hitchin, through the countryside, up the road, across the fields, and yeah, hope you enjoyed that. There's a few more local walks around this part, around Hertfordshire in general, that I'm going to redo. Now I've got a slightly better camera, and ones without music playing as well, which seem to irritate one or two, maybe. So yeah, I shall do a few of those minus the music. Anyway, thank you for watching. As I say, if you enjoyed it, please click a like, subscribe, press the yellow bell thingy, whatever. Oh, you know the drill, you know the drill. If not, then I'll catch you again in another one. Thank you for watching. Cheers for now. Goodbye.